So let me ask you a question. Gotta think about this. Think about it before you answer. It's an important question, okay? If you won $1 billion, do they have $1 billion lotteries? I don't think so. Let's say there was a lottery where you could win $1 billion. Let's also say it was tax-free. Okay, never gonna happen. But let's say there was a lottery, you could win $1 billion tax-free, okay? And it's all one payment, not this bullshit where you get like $1 million a year for a bazillion years. They write you a check for $1 billion tax-free you can put into your checking account. That'd be a fun day, wouldn't it? If that happened to you, would you stop working? Now wait, think about that for a second before you think of an answer. Would you stop working completely if you got $1 billion tax-free tomorrow morning? If the answer to that question is yes, you have a problem, in my opinion. It's just my opinion, but it's my strong opinion, and I have a lot of facts to base this opinion on. If the very first thought was, thank God I don't have to do this anymore. Thank God I don't have to work at this job anymore. Thank God I don't have to do this business. I'm just going to close this business down and just go on the beach and get blowjobs on the beach for the rest of my life. Thank God. If that's your thought, you have a life problem that you need to resolve and to work on. With one exception. I'll get to the exception in a second. But if your very first thought is, thank God I can stop doing what I'm doing, then what you're doing is not something you should be doing. You should be doing something else. You should be doing something that you at least enjoy to some degree, or at a minimum, if you got the $1 billion, okay, you would say, your answer would be, I would stop what I'm doing over here, but I would immediately start a new business or some new venture over here that I really wanted to do. That's an acceptable answer, okay? I'm talking about if you say to yourself, I would retire and stop working, period. Now, exceptions to that rule. Number one, if you are already very old. If you're way over the age of 70, then maybe that's okay. Maybe you could retire, that's fine, okay? Most of you watch this video are not over the age of 70, okay? Another exception to the rule would be right now you're working at a job, but on the side you're building your Alpha 2.0 business, and you've got a goal set where you can quit that job and go full-time at that business. Or businesses, okay? And you're not quite there yet, but you're working on it. You're an exception to that rule because you're on the right path. Matter of fact, my guess would be that your answer wouldn't be, I would retire. Your answer would probably be, I would quit my fucking job. Good, jobs suck. Please quit your job. And I would focus on this type of business. If I won $1 billion in some kind of lottery tax-free tomorrow, I would not stop working. Are you kidding? Are you kidding? No, I love working. I love working on what I want to work on. My work is very exciting and very rewarding for me. I can't wait to get up in the morning to go to work. I'm one of those guys, okay? Now, I've been at this for a while. I'm older than most of you watch this video, but that's the objective to get to the point where you want to actually work. Now, would the nature of my work change if I had $1 billion tax-free? Yes. The nature of my work would change to some degree. The hours per week in a typical week I would work would probably change. At least long-term it would change. So aspects of my work would change. But I would never have the thought, oh, thank God, I can stop working now and retire. I would never even, that thought is an alien thought to me. That's a strange thought to have to me. Because I don't have that problem. You probably already know of many examples where guys retired, they came into a lot of money and they retired and they kind of farted around for several months or a year or two and they got bored and they went back to work. They just started another business because retirement sucks. That's how it works. Retirement is a terrible idea. You do not ever want to retire. I never plan on retiring. Ever. Never. I don't want to retire. Are you kidding? Why would I retire? Just change the nature of your work to something you enjoy. Now, big point of this video. If you don't know what that is, if you're agreeing with me, if that was your initial thought, yes, I want to quit working and retire. And now you agree with what I'm saying. Okay, I buy into the concept of wanting to like my work. But if your thought now is, I don't know what that work is. I don't know what I'm good at. I don't know what I would like. I don't know what I would do. That's your job. That's your mission. I've talked about how if you don't have a mission and you haven't yet figured out your mission is to determine your mission. So your big goal in life, if you don't have that thought, if you don't know what that is to figure out what that is. Figure it. And yes, especially if you're a younger guy in your 20s, that might take you a few years. It might take you 2, 3, 4 years to really figure that out. That's okay. But do it. Get to work on this. Okay? And the younger you are, the more time you have. Matter of fact, I'm at the point now where I'm telling guys in their 20s who have trouble formulating their life missions, don't even worry about it. Just give it a break. Wait 5 years and come back when you're 30s and then again give it a shot. Perfectly fine. That's okay. Now, if you're over the age of 30 and certainly, holy shit, over the age of 35 and you don't know what kind of work would excite you and turn you on, my God, you have a problem. Dude, you need to get to work. You're way behind schedule. Stop. Stop this weekend. Stop and write out some stuff. Get the thoughts out of your head and get them on paper or a Word document or whatever. Write out what would make you happy, what would make you unhappy, so you know what not to do. You can even start there. What's the type of work that I hate doing? Fine, make that list. And make sure that your ideal plan is nothing to do with that stuff. That's fine, okay? Then you can move to what you want to do. Figure this out. Because I'm not kidding. If you have the thought, if I won a bunch of money, I would retire and stop working, you have, in my opinion, a reasonably serious life problem. Not just with your current moment. I'm talking about your whole life. You've got a serious life problem if that's your thought. We don't live in that world anymore where you just, you retire at age 65 and you sit on your ass and you walk the dog and you die in 5 years. That's, what the hell? Why would you want to do that? No. Unless you want to kill yourself when you're 60 years old and be one of those guys. That's different, I guess. But other than that, that's not the path you want. You're going to work anyway, right? Even if you want to retire, you're going to spend several more decades of your life working. You might as well enjoy it. Do something you like. Or at least something you don't hate, right?